You're saying you don't want a
But I
ceasefire?
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire.
guarantees.
Because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means.
The meetup that everybody is talking about. Volodymyr Zelensky meets Donald Trump, 47th President of the United States. Well, this is Zelensky arriving at the White House, and this is Donald Trump, who gladly welcomed him and was waiting for him to come out of his car, welcomed him into the White House, the Oval Office. And this is how the conversation went. Take a listen.
Yes, contract. Yes, but after that, he broke this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, GD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong-
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you see what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people in your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your
A
country?
lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know.
bless. You will not
You
have a
gotta,
war.
don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position
honest
to
questions.
dictate that.
That's exactly what
Remember
you're
this.
doing.
Not
You're in
dictate.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right
From
about
the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mr.
good
Brown,
position.
I was
You don't have the
upset.
cards right now. With us, you start having
Not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you don't.
I'm
Yeah,
very
you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives
of
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about?
gambling
What
with
do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said
Very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I,
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying-
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
Cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only in
alone.
this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell
Again,
you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't
Listen,
please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting
Of
killed.
course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a
But I said to
ceasefire.
you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter for you
me.
what
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your-
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to my Vice President.
Well, as you can see, this was a rather heated conversation that they had openly in front of the media. Usually, this type of meetings would happen behind closed doors, and then they will come out and just give the public some summary. But this one isn't one of them, and it looks like Donald Trump might have done this on purpose to force a ceasefire, but Zelensky, doesn't want to forfeit, because his argument is that Russia will, invade Ukraine again sometime if he decides to negotiate just any random peace treaty with them at this time. And Zelensky is able to be that bold to stand on that statement, even though they are, low on men who are fighting for them in the trenches, even though they are low in terms of resources, financial resources, and they're depending on Europe, United States, Canada, and other countries. But Zelensky is standing his ground because he has everybody else backing him up except the United States at this time. Trump does not want to back this war up because, according to him, United States doesn't have to pay for this war, especially since he sees no victory in the war, and so there's no need for Ukrainian men to die at war, knowing that it's a war that was lost from the get-go. You will notice that during the press conference, you will notice that even the we believe it's the ambassador of Ukraine, who has probably prepared this meeting like months and months beforehand, was very disappointed about how the meeting went and how quickly it turned south.
But you're saying you don't want a
But I said
ceasefire.
to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
So Zelensky left the White House without any conclusive decision, and Donald Trump doesn't seem to wanting to back down either. He has reaffirmed that the United States will not back Ukraine up in terms of this war at all. They've given enough money to them, and as of today, it seems like Donald Trump has even stopped all aid going to Ukraine. So it seems really serious. Meanwhile, Zelensky has met up with the other countries that currently support him in London, and it seems like the UK, United Kingdom, is the one that's presiding this how can we call it, this peace treaty in a way, or taking the lead in terms of this war. Since the United States has backed down, the UK is taking over, but they still need the United States to back Ukraine up. Without the United States, they won't make it, because they need the US military weapons and other gadgets to be able to fight the Russians. So there's so much we want to say about this war, but we will most likely do another video about this and go in depth. Let us know what you think about this meeting. Did you think that Donald Trump set Volodymyr Zelensky up. And, regardless of what you think of this war, whether you are against it or for it, do you feel bad for Volodymyr Zelensky? Like, it felt like, well, number one, he's expressing himself in a language that he doesn't master, English. And not only that, he was able to convey some of his views, but we believe maybe if he has spoken Ukrainian, he would have been able to convey better his thoughts. Maybe not. Do you think that he did well, standing his ground and speaking up? And do you think he really wanted a ceasefire in Ukraine? Let us know what you think about all this in the comment below. We love you for watching as always. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.